Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Keith here again with the Heleno account on Clash of Clans. Hi, how is everyone doing today? I just wanted to make a short video on essentials for upgrading the builder base or builder hall. Okay, so as you can see on my main village, I am a bit rushed. As you can see, I tend to think of myself more as an engineered base because of my strong level troops, and most of them are maxed. At least 50% is maxed, and I'm working on the final rest of the Dark Elixir upgrades. Side note, just so that when I gather Dark Elixir, it will go straight into the heroes, especially my king, which desperately needs to be at least level 30. I kind of skipped around that. He wasn't a big necessity for me, but being up in Town Hall 11, especially in Legends League, it tends to have a little bit more effect when you have a heavier set king, able to take more damage, obviously, from those stronger defenses. So that is my priority. But before I do so, I do want to max out the last of my Dark Elixir upgrades. All I have left is one more level of the Earthquake spell, and then 4 levels of the Skeleton spell, which I am looking forward to using at max because, as you could see, level 1 Skeleton spell is only 15, while I believe level 4 is 30 skeletons spawned, which is unbelievable in terms of the 100% difference in upgrade to max. So that will be my next upgrade, my next spell upgrade after the Earthquake spell. Again, just to max out my Dark Elixir laboratory. Now I only have the baby dragon going to level 3 right now because I've been neglecting them. You know, they should have been level 5 relatively in the beginning. I'm an air raider. I typically go with a Queen Walk Lavalunian attack, and when I go in, I prioritize just air troops. Typically the loons, the lavas, the minions. I got them all to max as soon as I could. Took a lot of time, a lot of Dark Elixir, but we got there. And next is my baby dragon, my last flying troop I need to take care of. I mainly upgraded it to level 3. Just because in our clan it's a level 11 clan, so every upgrade goes up 2 levels. In case you guys didn't know, that's the perk of having a level 10 or higher clan. So if you can find one, join one. If you want to build your own up there, then just have a goal set in mind. Okay, it makes it a lot easier for the lower level guys to donate to the higher level guys, and and vice versa. Especially like myself, if I don't have the max level troop, I could still donate max at level 3. In this case, with the baby dragon. So back to the matter at hand. The reason why I brought you guys here today is because I wanted to talk about the essential upgrades on their builder base. Okay, so I brought in my home base today because I wanted to show that I didn't start Clash of Clans when it first came out like everybody else did, okay? And it's alright if you don't either, okay? You can work your way up. You can focus on essential upgrades which are going to better yourself and stay the most efficient at what you're doing. So if you have builders that are not busy, more than one, because all you need is one that isn't busy, just, you can continue the raid, continue to gather resources, and then pump into walls what need be. It doesn't hinder your attacking, okay? Because if you have all builders busy, you know what happens. You get stocked up on loot. You hate seeing it get raided, and they take so much percentage of it, and it just sucks because all your work, you can't even put it into what you want to upgrade. So I always recommend leaving one builder available. That's definitely for certain the best thing you can do. Alright, but just looking at my base here, you can see I've only been playing for about 3 years. Now, there were periods in my gameplay that I wasn't as active as I am right now. Currently, this is the most active I have been so far. I have roughly 318 attacks won. Now, I've lost a whole bunch, trust me, on the way up. I pushed up to Legends League this month, actually, this season. I really I wanted to have it on my profile. I wanted to, to make that achievement. I mean, it's something that I think 1% of Clashers are in Legends League, and turns out they tend to be the most contributing to Supercell in purchases. But I just want to show you what my base looks like when you don't gem too much. Okay, now I gem every now and then. Say I mess up and I don't have a builder available because they're all being used. I'll gem maybe a building that's 3 days left. What is it, like 300 gems or something like that? I accumulate the gems and I use them every now and then, but I'm not a gemmer, and I definitely took my time with this base. And I just want to say that if you start off today at Clash of Clans, don't compare yourself to somebody that's a max Town Hall 11 that took them 4 years to get there, okay? I mean, you can have fun at the lower levels. In my opinion, I think the funnest Town Hall is Town Hall 9. I mean, once you get the Queen and you mess with the Lava Hounds and Lava Looney attacks, you can really start to get that enjoyment back, you know what I mean, from winning, because at Town Hall 8, you're pretty much all ground. It's not as powerful as air attacks. Air attacks are the meta, so if you're looking to expand your game, alright, you should look into Lava Looney and air attacks. You can master them. You can tear apart any Town Hall 9 base as a Town Hall 9. Okay, just something to keep in mind for you guys that are down there, okay? Now, if you want to rush ahead, you can engineer, you can do whatever you want to do. All right, I just recommend that you do not mess up your war weight, because no clan will want you in their clan, first of all. And second of all, they would hate to put you in war because it's going to cause uneven matchups with the war algorithms. There's a lot of engineered clans out there, and truly engineered clans will match up super poorly against you. Okay, they're gonna own you guys, trust me. So if you have people, if you're wondering why you're getting all these terrible matchups, you have a Town Hall 11 that's matched up against a Town Hall 10, it's because certain players in your clan have a really high war weight. Like the moment they hit Town Hall 11, they put the Eagle Artillery on, and that is the worst move you could possibly do. I mean, technically, you really want to upgrade all point defenses before you even touch on splash defense. So, as you can see, my Wizard Towers is still Town Hall 9 level, and I'm working on everything else right now. But as soon as I get my point defenses up, I will work on my Wizard Towers and my Inferno Towers, my mortars, and then my bomb towers. Okay, just take the time. I know it kind of sucks because you want to defend your loot, but don't think too much about it. You want to think about how you're going to fit inside a war team, okay? Because this way you'll be the most effective Clash of Clans player that you can be, and this way most teams, clans, whatever you want to call it, will want you on their roster for war. That is hands down. They want people that have low war weight that can bring offensive capabilities of a max Town Hall. Okay, whether it be 9, 8, whatever it is. Okay, so if you start Clash of Clans today, or you started last year, don't worry. Okay, take your time. Enjoy the game, enjoy the progress, because there's a lot that needs to be learned on how to actually attack certain kinds of bases. And trust me, when you work your way up too fast, you're gonna get caught up and you're gonna lose interest in this game, because it's difficult for those that haven't learned the specifics of exactly how to take down a certain base structure that is something you're not used to. Either it be more walls or more defenses or whatnot. Okay, so keep that in mind. But to all of you that have been in Clash of Clans for the past, I will say at least since May 2017, you and I and everyone else have all started on the same foot for the builder base. Okay, now I want to get into the builder base right now, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so everyone has started at the same time on the builder base. Now this, in my mind, I would say in my mind, but it's a pretty true opinion, I would say, is that it's level playing field for those that everyone starts at the same level. They all have the same opportunity in order to max out their builder base, and then it all comes down to just how efficient you are at your upgrades. I mean, when I looked at the builder base, I had a whole plan. With the main village, I have a plan, but 14-day upgrades, they really, you have to plan really long-term goals for that, and You know, it takes too much time to actually go into, and it doesn't make a difference for those that are a Town Hall 5 and they get access to the builder base. Congratulations, man. Builder base is awesome. It will expand your way of thinking on how to attack a base, okay? You want to be able to look at a base and just come to the conclusion of exactly how the troops will run that base over. You obviously want to get the highest percentage, okay? Now, for those that are starting at builder base and you're wondering what upgrades should I start with first, okay? Now, let me first say that the builder base is different from the main village in two main reasons, okay? In the main village, we encourage players not to rush. Stay at your town hall, max out your defenses, your walls, your troops, your heroes before you even move on to the next town hall, okay? This is most beneficial for those that are in warring clans and those that want to stay at the lowest war weight, so that most clans will actually enjoy putting them into war on their war team roster, okay? Now, the builder base is totally opposite to that. I think most people didn't really realize this, but builder base is meant to be rushed because the amount of loot that you can gather is determined by the amount of trophies that you are in. Okay, so currently I've been in the 4,000 range trophy for about trophy league for about I want to say 3.5 months. As soon as Builder Hall 7 came out, I made the push because at the time at Builder Hall 6, the highest trophy league for the loot bonus was at 3,000 trophies, okay? Now at 3,000 trophies, I'm sorry I can't even pull it up. I wish I could. But I believe it was 100,000 gold, 100,000 elixir, and then the 3 win bonus was 150,000 gold and 150,000 elixir. Now, at the time, that was great because at Builder Hall 6, those upgrades cost, you know, it was in the same range, so it made upgrades easier at that time. Now, when Builder Hall 7 came out, it increased the capability of increasing the amount of loot you get daily. Now, daily, you get 3 attacks, 3 win bonus, okay? You get that daily. Everyone does. Everyone has the same starting point. But how you prioritize your upgrades to make sure that you are the most efficient at gathering the resources and continually pumping them into whether it be troops, defenses, your battle machine, or another Builder Hall level. Okay? You need to focus on certain upgrades that will make you the most efficient at what you're doing. Okay? If you want to be able to max out your Builder Hall as soon as possible, this needs to be taken into account. Okay? Now, when you are starting out and you are Builder Hall 1, okay, I recommend take the time, get yourself immediately to Builder Hall 4, okay? Because at that low trophy league, Builder Hall 4 will at least give you the crusher and will at least give you some offensive capability to be able to contend with those that are in that trophy league. Now, once you hit about 2,000 trophies, I recommend you should already be Builder Hall 5. Already be Builder Hall 5. If you can push from Builder Hall, if you're a Builder Hall 5 right now and you're working on walls, you're wasting your time. You need to focus on building up defenses, strong defenses that are going to cause opposing troops that are coming against your base, obviously because you're clashing against somebody else. They're going to have a harder time to get that percentage, to get that star, to get that town hall. Builder Hall. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult each time you upgrade a defense. Every single time you upgrade a defense, it's a little bit more difficult for an opposing opponent to get that percentage that's going to beat you. Okay? So that needs to be kept in mind. Builder Hall 6 is when the roaster came out. Now, the roaster was a game changer, okay? The roaster was a game changer because it is splash damage on steroids. I mean, you got, what does the roaster have here? I believe it's 15 shots. That's right, 15 shots in a row. Now, the higher the level, the more DPS it does. Now, if you look at damage per hit, okay, if the next upgrade is going to be upgrading 2 damage per hit, and you got 15 shots, you just upgraded that DPS by 30. So you want to keep that in mind. You want to upgrade the defenses that are going to do the most damage to the troops. Preferably splash damage, because we don't have to worry about war weight in the builder base. We don't have to worry about, oh, it's rushed, so it's going to cause bad war matchups. You don't have to worry about that stuff in builder base. Your goal should be to getting to the highest trophy league you can possibly get in order to reap the benefits of acquiring the most loot in terms of gold and elixir every single win in order to upgrade your base the quickest and the most efficient way. So I recommend, if you are Builder Hall 4, okay, you're Builder Hall 4, you have 4 army camps, push to Builder Hall 5. Absolutely push to Builder Hall 5. Why? You get a battle machine. The battle machine will help out tremendously in your attacking capabilities. Okay, it's not a defensive thing, it's an attacking thing. So you want to be able to upgrade your attack as quick as possible. Now, your battle machine, let's talk about that really quickly. I mean, the battle machine is a great hero. It has its hero ability that can be recharged. It takes about 14 seconds or so, and it comes back, and it's a powerful health boosting, damage boosting hero ability. And it's great. It's a great thing, but it's not as important as troops. I'm sorry. I mean, when people say that when you look at other bases and they have a level, I'm just going to talk about a Builder Hall level 7, a maxed out Builder Hall level 7. In terms of, whatnot, defense, offense. Most of them, okay, if they make the push for the level 20 battle machine, which is the maximum level for a level Builder Hall level 7, if they make the push for a level 20 battle machine, what ends up happening is that they neglect the troops inside their laboratory. And when that happens, they have less variations in which they can attack a base. Now, when you have the capabilities of mixing up your armies is when you can really start to play around with strategies and really start to nitpick certain base designs that can be vulnerable to different kinds of troops, whether it be throwing in one army camp of minions or an army camp of giants instead of just going in with all one troop, because that's the best you can do. I mean, you got to think about this. You got to think about if you want to be able to continually push forward in trophies and you can never guarantee it. Even if you get 100% 3-star on a base, it happens so many times that you get 3-starred back and it becomes a tie. I mean, you can never guarantee it, but you can increase your chances, the probability that you will win, okay, by fully maxing out the laboratory. I'm a strong believer in this. I've been working on it since Builder Base came out. Now, since Builder Hall 7 came out, which came out in October, I have since maxed out my defenses, okay? I have worked on being the most efficient at upgrading. I focused on the strongest defenses first, okay? So when I hit Builder Hall 7, all right, let's go by upgrade list. This is how we're going to do it, okay? So if you are a brand new Builder Hall 7, okay, and you rushed your way, congratulations. You are smarter than the others, okay? Rush on Builder Base. Now, take your time on the main base, but the Builder Base, you rush it. You want to get those strong defenses. Builder Hall 6 is a roaster. Builder Hall 7 is a giant cannon. You don't want to miss out on this. You don't want to miss out on these defensive capabilities, okay? If you are at the lowest trophy level, if you are at 1,000 trophies, and you have a roaster and a giant cannon on your base with the same level defenses as everybody else, but you have those 2 defenses that all these Builder Hall level 4s or 5s have, okay? You're going to rain hell on them because they're not going to even know what to do. They're not going to be able to destroy your base like they used to, okay? So, if you're getting up there and you push up and you rush like I tell you to, I guarantee you will see a difference. Now, first upgrade is the Mortar. The multi-mortar is the best upgrade on the base, by far. Now, the reason being is because a max level mortar, a level 7 mortar, will take out level 14 archers and level 14 barbarians in a firing sequence. Now, it fires 4 shots, splash damage, okay? Now, it covers your entire base if you place it correctly, okay? I mean, when I decided to make my base, I've left the core of my base typically the same since Builder Hall 4, and I did a little tweaks when I changed out a couple of the defenses and kept the core pretty much a strong splash damage core, okay? I mean, I tried to anyway, but this is the best I could do. All right. First defense upgrade should be the multi-mortar, because first of all, the meta for this game is ground. So if you're a Builder Hall 7, most attackers are coming at you from ground, whether that be from the dropship, which is technically a ground troop in my opinion. I mean, they're just dropping skeletons, they're not really flying. They can get shot down by the firecrackers, but that's about it. But it's mainly ground, okay? Because ground just has a stronger, presence on these bases. Most of these bases, like if you look at my base right now, you could see that I have level 3 walls. I am currently working on upgrading my walls now because I finished out all my defensive building upgrades. Now, if you look at my suggestions, all I have left is the battle machine. But I say no to that, okay? I say no to that because you know what? I want to max out my army camps first, my army capabilities, the mix matches I can come in with. It's just I want to be able to bring a certain level of strategic offense that most bases don't have if they level up their battle machine before their troops. Okay, that's just my take on it. You can do what you want. If you want a max battle machine, go for it, okay? I'm telling you right now, I mean, you're going to spend all that elixir on the battle machine. You're going to have it down for so long that you're not going to be upgrading defenses. That's the thing, is if you're upgrading the battle machine, is that you're not upgrading defenses, which is actually less efficient. Your most efficient way of playing is to upgrade the troops in the laboratory as you're upgrading defenses on your base, because the battle machine is busy upgrading defenses and then your lab is busy upgrading the troops with the elixir, okay? So you have both going at the same time. Now, if you have the battle machine upgrading, that means you're neglecting a building that could be upgraded for defense. What? I mean, what does that do? It sets you back, doesn't it? In terms of time, right? In terms of the amount of time you're playing in this game, it's going to set you back. So, this is why I don't suggest to upgrade the battle machine. I think that it is a waste. I think, yes, get the ability. If you're a Builder Hall 5, get the ability. Get to level 5 before you upgrade your troops, because that's most important. That's most important at that level. But at Builder Hall 7, your level of importance of a battle machine should be the last thing. And that's my honest opinion. It should be the last thing that gets upgraded in terms of elixir. Okay, that's just how I like to think about it. I don't think that the battle machine is all that great. I think that if you can do work with the troops that you have, you're better off than those that rely on a battle machine to either break a hole. Because you know what happens when a battle machine goes up a giant cannon? It dies, and it doesn't last long. So I want to show you a replay here. No, I lost the last one. That was terrible. I want to show you a replay here of one that I successfully won at. Now, he has max level barbarians just like I do. Okay? Now, he went in with all barbs because he looked at my walls. And that's another strategic move. I mean, you want to fool people into thinking that your base is less stronger than it actually is. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't have my archer towers at level 7. Now, most people are saying, like, why? It attacks ground and air troops. That should be the first thing you upgrade, because it's utilized on both metas, the ground and air. Why didn't you do the archer towers first? Well, they're not as important, because if an archer tower locks onto a giant, it's still going to take as long as it will. But if a roaster locks onto a group of giants, it could take them all down. So a giant cannon going up against the battle machine, except is so much more beneficial than an archer tower going up against a battle machine. So I was thinking more along the lines of taking down the big guys, taking down the bulk, okay, of an army that's coming to raid my base. And I left alone the archer towers. Because the archer towers, they blended in with my level 3 walls. And what people do, they take a quick look, and they say, oh, that's a low-level base, and the low-level walls, I'm going to go right in there, and I'm going to destroy it. Little do they know that I have max-level traps, defenses, everything is maxed out except for the archer towers. And they end up failing, and that's usually what happens. Usually, okay? Now, I do want to show this raid on my base here, okay? Now, this guy did a very good job in terms of how he wanted to, achieve the 2-star. I got lucky and I got more percentage, okay? Because as long as you have a 70% or higher, you're pretty much guaranteed a win up in 4,000 trophies. Pretty much, because if someone can't, it's either most people get low-level 2-stars and they end up losing, like a 50% or so. Your chances of winning are down. You need a high 70. A low 80 at the minimum to be able to pull off a win. Now I just want to get in here and I just want to show you exactly what happens when the giant cannon gets his hands on a max level battle machine, and you can see the difference as to how a battle machine, even if it's max level, doesn't match up. It just doesn't match up. That giant cannon is so freaking powerful that it will take out half the builder hall's half the battle machine's health. Now I'm gonna zoom in here. I want you guys to take a quick solid second. Check out its health bar. It's about to lose half of its total health the moment that the giant cannon locks on and fires his shot. Here we go. Full health. Almost full health. Wait for it. Okay. This is it. This is where he's going to get hit by the battle machine. The battle machine is going to get hit by the giant cannon. Let's see if you guys are... If you're expecting a small amount of health to be gone, you're going to be so surprised. Here we go. Wait for it. Boom! Half its health. Oh, one more shot? No big deal. Gone. A max level battle machine gone in 2 shots from the giant cannon. Obviously, there are other defenses locked in on it, but keep in mind that battle machine, it doesn't do jack against a giant cannon. You can't defend against a giant cannon unless you have other troops distracting it to save your battle machine. I mean, I'll give it to this guy. That was a great attack. It was a great attack, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough against mine. That's for sure. Now, I say the strategy, since I told you before, I said the meta right now is ground. Now, attack strategies, the way people should look at things, okay? Now, I always bring, recently, since I've been Builder Hall 7, it's all about barbs. Now, at Builder Hall 6, you can rain hell with Night Witches. Rain hell with Night Witches. Being that the Night Witches and their bats can do so much damage when they're in swarms, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But the only thing you gotta look out for with Night Witch attacks are roasters. So a little tip for everyone out there that is raiding and they see certain bases that have certain defenses down, you need to take that into account when you're attacking, okay? I mean, if you see that the roaster is being upgraded, I don't know why that person is even raiding. Take the time off, build up on your defense, and then attack. You don't want to lose trophies, because if you lose trophies, you lose the possibility of, making the most loot. Being the most efficient at gathering loot, being up high in trophies. You don't want to go down in trophies. You want to stay high, 4,000 and up, okay? That's where you want to be. All right. Now, if you see a roaster that is down, on a base, you should be going in with Night Witches. Night Witches will wreck a base. If there is no roaster, wreck a base. And that's 100% 3-star wreck a base I'm talking about. Now, you also have to keep in mind, the only thing that can really hurt Night Witches is ground. It's just ground defenses. So, keep it away from the multi-mortar. If the Night Witches can make their way if they can make their way while the multi-mortar is locked on to the battle machine, it's over. It's over. That's a 3-star. If you can successfully do that, have the multi-mortar locked onto the battle machine while the Night Witches are coming from a different angle, preferably behind at around a 90-degree angle is typically the way Supercell has its algorithm work out. That's another thing. It just takes experience to figure that out. But yeah, being that the case, Night Witches will rain hell on a base without a roaster. You have to look at bases that have certain defenses and consider the fact of how they will affect your offensive army. Okay? You want to be efficient, you want to win, got to think about these things. And you only have you have like a minute, I think, before it actually starts. You can change up your troops. That's the bright side of it. I mean, it's the bright side. So when I'm coming in here, I want to break down this attack strategy here. When I'm looking at it, I look at a couple things. I see that the Crusher is right next to a Max Giant Cannon. Max level Crusher right next to a Max Giant Cannon. Now, there's also 2 of the Archer Towers on that side. I mean, it should be common sense, is that like you want to be able to take out those defenses first in order to get into the core, because the core is pretty difficult, right? It's pretty difficult, but why not take out that giant cannon? You take out that giant cannon, you give your battle machine a hell of a bigger chance to stay alive until the end. Okay, so that's exactly what I do. Now, I always drop a couple barbs first, about 4, just to set off any traps that might be on the outside that might take out my bombers, or might just, take out my a group of barbarians. I don't want to waste my troops, okay? So take your time on attacking, okay? I wish I could slow this down. Couple barbarians down, couple bombers, pop these walls open. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the rest of the barbarians. Now I have three camps of barbarians, 20 barbarians each. All right. The first camp of the barbarian, the 20 barbs, are going to be in the base, only used to clear out these structures here in order to open up the giant cannon and the crusher for the archers. Now this is exactly how I would like to do it, because once those are gone, I can flood the core in with the rest of the barbs, the battle machine, and whatnot. So that's exactly what I go for. Take out those structures. Take out those structures. Okay. Now that should be enough barbs, but the barracks really play a huge role in offense. How destructive an offense can actually be, or how weak it can be, depends on where the barracks location is, because those troops will come out and they will they will mess up, take the attention away from all your barbs, all your archers and whatnot, and that's where you get a losing game, where you look and you're like, why didn't I get any percentage? It's because you didn't mind the barracks. The barracks distracted your troops, and you didn't think about that when you were going in. So exactly what I was planning on doing. No, this is a successful raid. It's not a 3-star. I have a couple 3-stars. I would like to. I'm not going to waste time here. I'll just get to the end of it. 4 barbs. If that crusher was taken out, the barbs probably would have taken out that little cannon right there. Probably would have gotten a 3-star. That's fine. I get a couple 3-stars every now and then. It just happens. I can show you this one right here. Give you another idea. Now, I only bring the archer along if certain defenses are able to be picked after I take out enough of the structures. That's it. That's the only reason why I bring the archers. Other than that, I'm going to go in with 4 camps of barbarians, which is 80 barbarians total, and then 1 camp of bombers, because bombers will break those walls open. They will still destroy defenses. They will still destroy structures, which will give you that chance, okay? It's all about a chance. Increase those chances, increase that probability. Okay, now look at that. This crusher, this roaster, and the mortar are all available to be picked off now by my archers. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna take them out. This way, when I send in my barbs, I don't gotta worry about this splash damage. Okay, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. Yep. Send in the battle machine with roughly 10 barbarians left, because you need a couple for cleanup, just to make sure there's no big bombs in the core. Drop them in now. Usually go around the outside. I try to get them to go in a circular motion. This way, stay away from that crusher over there. It's just beneficial, because there go the barbs. There go the barbs. Luckily, I do have the battle machine on the outside with a full health, and it makes things a little bit better. Now, okay, so after I took out this archer tower, I held off on using the battle machine's ability for that third time. I held off on it. You have to think about this when you're going into a base, right? As you're attacking it, you see the crusher is right there. Okay, the Tesla Tower isn't doing so much damage, you don't need to pop the ability. You want to use the ability on those defensive structures that are going to take out your battle machine as quick as possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait until after I take out that Tesla. Boom, there goes the ability. Okay, now I have the strength to take out that crusher in 3 hits to make sure I don't go down. There, he doesn't go down, exactly. Right, and you don't need to see the rest of this. Battle machine goes in and he takes out the rest. Goes close, but still got it. 100%. Okay, guys. So the reason why I pulled you guys into this video in the first place was to tell you what to do on the builder base in order to max out your builder base. Okay, now go ahead. Tell me I'm rushed to my builder base. I don't care, because I'm at a high trophy league, the highest paid trophy league. Okay, so I am the most efficient I could possibly be in this builder base. Okay, the most efficient. Now, if you're sitting down at 2,000 trophies telling me I rush and it's not fair, I'm telling you, man, this is why I'm making this video. It's to tell you to rush. You don't want to waste time without having the strongest defenses on your base, because they will ensure that you can win. You want people to look at your base and get 1 stars, okay? You want that. You don't want them getting 2 stars, because it's look at that, no stars. I mean, you just look 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. I can't believe I failed this one. I mean, that was just bad. But that was a bad attack. But if you're a builder base player and you like the builder base and you want to get better at it, you want to speed up the progress. Okay, couple tips. Rush to Builder Hall 7. Okay, build that roaster, build that giant cannon, build that multi-mortar. Have your builder base have the strongest defenses. Okay, the strongest defenses, the ones that are going to slow down the troops the most, kill them off the quickest. That's what you need first. Forget about walls. Walls can be done last, okay? Bombers will break any level wall. Okay, given a higher level wall will take longer to break from a bomber. Get it. I understand. True. Very, very true. But the most effective way of attacking doesn't require a bomber to be able to break walls when they're in the core. It's more along the lines of opening up the core for the main army to go through, because you're looking for a high percentage 2-star. Okay, that's your main goal. It's not so much 3-star, because it happens, but that just comes with a pretty good timed troop attack. Okay, so that's basically it. But level of importance for builder base. Okay, rush, build the heavier defenses. Okay, get the army camps. Offensive capabilities is so important. First upgrade when you upgrade a builder hall is to start that upgrade for the army camp. If you can get an extra army camp out there, it will increase your chances exponentially. Okay, another 20 barbarians. Sure, I would love to bring another 20 barbarians. Okay, so that's what you want to prioritize. You want to prioritize the offense, prioritize those heavy defenses. Okay, rush. Okay, and do not upgrade the battle machine while you're trying to be the most efficient, because it will slow you down. You will sacrifice upgrading a defense because your battle machine is upgrading. You will sacrifice going into a battle because your battle machine is upgrading. Don't make that mistake, okay? Don't make that mistake. All right, upgrade your troops first. Increase the variations of your army camps. Okay, to increase, your own strategic way of attacking any kind of base, okay? You need that. Everyone needs that, okay? So, as I'm working on my builder base, at the moment, I have no other suggestion other than the battle machine. It will always be there. Who cares? Okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm gonna finish out my cannon cart. I'm gonna max it out to 14 first, and then I'm probably gonna do the dropship next. Okay, this way I'm gonna be most prepared for Builder Hall level 8. Okay, Builder Hall level 8. All right. So, to all you guys out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Doing the best I can to be the most efficient I can at Clash of Clans.